Hello? What's going on? What's happening? So, uh, all right. Let's try this. Let's try this again. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? What a wild night, eh, folks? I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was just panicking.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
Yeah.
time.
Well,
He's just standing there looking at it.
yeah. Difficult. We're not giving him any help at all.
Okay.
Well, do you know?
Well, not much time left. I don't think.
We're pulling out.
Thanks for coming.
Don't get knocked in, Mark.
Back.
10 seconds.
Come
9,
on.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, everyone.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You've won 2 crystals out of 3 games.
Here's the
Not bad.
solution.
Let's play another game then, Captain.
Okay, we'll do another physical one, I think.
Another physical one? Who's to play this?
man.
Jim, you're on.
Physical.
This is Come on, Jim. This is a
Why are you
3-minute
creeped out?
game
Creeped out by what?
starting
Are you
from
sure
the
you're not just
very
horny? Because I get those two confused all the time.
You better watch the yes, you better watch through there. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You fit?
Yeah.
Go, Jim.
Go on, Jim, good luck.
3 minutes. Okay. Now you can help. Look, there's an answer to the problem on the wall there. Okay.
On the left. Jim.
Gotta put them all together.
Don't spend too much time thinking about it, though, Jim. I mean, the time does run out rather quickly. Get stuck into it.
Just put him anywhere.
It's crystals you're after.
They've all got handles on them.
This is a very difficult one. Very difficult.
That's a good start.
I've got 2.5 minutes left. So far.
Has it got to look like that one? It's up and
You've lost 30 seconds of time already.
Side, Jim. No, across. Across the other way from us.
That's the
Across the
idea.
way from us.
Be positive. Help him out.
No, across the centre.
Long ways, Jim.
Long ways.
Mind you, I don't
Long ways.
know whether you can trust what Mark says too much. He wasn't very good with the matches, was he?
what the hell?
2 minutes left. Just under 2 minutes left.
Loads of time.
You've got to get another one in the middle, though. You might have to put it in before you put the outside one on.
Hang on.
See the middle one that stands up.
Looking good, Jim.
Another one that stands up.
How about
Jim?
take
No,
that
turn it
the
up
other way?
again.
Oh,
Yeah. Go on.
is this going to be it?
Put it in, Jim. That won't go in there.
Oh. Is it going to get
Something
in?
wrong somewhere.
You've got a minute and a half. Minute and a half. You're halfway through.
Is that just a solid block?
Yeah, that middle one's solid.
Just put it. Does it fit into that?
Dropping into. Can't be. That can't be right. Can't go into there.
Yes,
Yeah. Come on, then, Jan.
let a winner in the front.
How long's left?
Well, I was really pleased I got a physical one.
Jim, get that one going long way.
Jim, get the other one standing
A
up.
minute left. A minute left, Jim.
The other one.
So there's 2 that stand up.
Not the one you've got your
Yeah,
hands
put
on.
that one first.
I actually have no idea what he's trying to
Into
do.
your last
Put the
minute.
solid one through the middle. Yeah, put that one in first.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a diagram on the wall.
Big square. It's got to have a square for that to go into somewhere. That was the first one on that one, all right. It's got to be. Your That can move up there more.
It is. God, it's really difficult. Running out of time, aren't we?
Yeah. How long left?
Should we get him out?
I can't even get it out now. How long left? Got it in all right.
Oh, you're less
I'm
than
not going to do this.
about 30 seconds, something like that. I don't know.
Can't see it at all.
The chances are.
You're going to be out of time, Jim.
Get out of there, Chip.
You've got 10 seconds.
10 seconds. 10 seconds, Jim.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Sorry, chaps. Never mind.
That's an extremely difficult puzzle, even if it wasn't that heavy.
Yeah,
I mean, the two things combined makes it a very difficult one. All right, we've had enough time in here, I think. We've spent our time in here. It's time to move on to the next zone, which is the industrial zone.
Genuinely appreciate that they give you the
What do you know?
solution.
You played 4
It's so
games,
nice.
And you've won 2 crystals. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm proud.
You've got plenty more games to play, so are you ready? Yeah. Are you fit?
Let's go.
Okay, follow me then. Here we go. Bye, Mumsy! I don't know where she is. Here we go. Over the rope bridge. Woo. Oh my God. All right. All right. Where are you? Where are you? It's been having you. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So here we are, and welcome to the industrial zone, the second of your adventure playgrounds. Now, what have we done so far? We've played 4 games, haven't we? And we've won 2 crystals. Nothing to be ashamed of there. So let's play some more games, shall we, Captain?
Right, we're going to take a physical one, and Jane's going to go in and do it.
A physical game, and Jane's going to do it.
I sure am.
It's a good game, Jane. It's a 3-minute game. Come with me. Over here. Good luck, Jane.
Good luck, James.
You chaps will be able to watch on the monitors. Now, I have to say, Jane, this is a game which is an automatic lock-in. Find a spider and you'll find a crystal.
Yeah.
You must only
spider?
use the rope web to climb up. You mustn't use the bars or the floor. Only the rope web.
Only
Now,
the rope.
if you ring a bell, if we hear a bell ring 3 times, then it's automatic lock-in. You'll understand.
You can do it.
Find a spider.
Don't worry about it.
Go.
Take it easy.
Time's ticking away now.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, we see. Look, there's the crystal up there in the spider. Now, she's got to climb the spider's
What a
web.
cute little
She mustn't use
spider.
the floor at all.
Oh, I love it.
She's got to climb up those ropes. Now, these bells are attached to the ropes. You mustn't ring them.
Slowly. Yeah.
She's got to move very gingerly.
Should have used a lightweight for this.
Well, I don't think that makes any difference. I think it's just a question of, you know, spreading your weight, really.
Where's the spider?
She's standing on the floor. You're standing on the rails. Ropes only. I'm not going to lock you in for that, but I'm going to smack the back of your hand when you come out. You heard one bell ring, I think. Yes.
If it resubscribes, then that's great.
It's hearing things.
Very, very careful.
God, yeah, she's done really well there.
Doesn't matter if she rings bells after she's got the crystal.
Oh, yes, it matters. You mustn't ring the bell. She will, but I'll lock her in. Did I hear another bell then? That's 2.
Brilliant.
That's 2 bells. Very gently down, Jane. I don't want you to lose this because you've done
Behold
so
the
well.
beauty of friendship.
I heard 2 bells. I'll get this lock open in case you can make it out. The time's ticking away. We haven't been really watching the time. We've been so engrossed. I think you've had 2 minutes, I would have thought.
Plenty of time.
You got
Steady.
You've got plenty of time left, Jane, so just take your time.
Okay, open the door.
Are you up?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Dinging, dinging, dinging.
That was close, wasn't it? That was Okay, not bad, not bad. 4 games, 5 games, 3 crystals. Let's play another game. What are we going to play?
Let's do a skill one.
A game of skill. Game of skill. Okay, yeah. Okay, who's going to play this?
Young
Lorraine?
Lorraine.
Come on, Lorraine.
Go on, Lorraine. Go,
Now,
Lorraine.
this is a tricky one.
It is. It is.
It's a bit tricky. Okay. Now, you'll be pleased to hear that there's no penalty on this. There's no automatic lock-in, okay? So that should give you some sort of relief. But it's a 2-minute game.
2 minutes.
From the second I close the door, in you go. Bag off, because if you get lucky, that's where the crystal will end up. There's the crystal in the top.
Knock it off somehow.
Now, now, what do you suppose that does?
I thought this was the one I wanted to see.
That's it.
Can she read?
This
Well,
isn't it? No.
And you have to,
Oh, she can't see it.
okay, you have to drop that ball down any one of those
Magnetic.
holes,
Right a bit.
and I will.
Back a bit. Back a bit.
Well,
Back, Lorraine, back, down,
yourself.
down.
Other way.
Down.
just go for it, Lorraine.
No, down. It's hard to
Keep going, keep going. The more chances you play out, the more
Go
chance you're getting it down.
Right.
Down you go, down you go. Well, yes.
Right.
Go right.
Right. Keep going.
Right. Go on.
You go,
on. No.
That's the idea. Be quicker about it. Time ticks away.
Go right.
Just keep going.
Right.
This is so irritating because it's like it's very much you have to be the one doing it to get the feel of where it needs to go, and to have just like 5 other people scream at you, I would just turn around and be like, "Shut the fuck up and let me do this."
She's into her last minute.
Higher up.
Into her last
Take it a
minute.
bit higher
Higher up.
That's
Higher.
it.
Higher.
No, not so far. Bounces. I don't want it to bounce.
Go straight in. You've got to drop it straight in. There's no way it's going to roll or bounce.
Well, it's just sheer luck, I think. Because
She also seems like too short to really get like where she needs to be.
Very close.
How long?
How long have I got? Just keep trying.
Less, I would have thought.
Less than 30
How
seconds.
long? How long?
It's there.
We're coming up to 10 seconds. Come on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see what I mean? The more times you do it, the more chance. It's a sort of luck. Let's play another game.
Okay, we'll take another skill game, I think.
Another skill game.
Why is there just a drink floating in the water?
Same as last time, Pamela. Same as last time.
What crew member left that there?
This is a 3-minute game, starting from the second I close the
Listen
door.
up. Take your time, Pamela.
And the clock's ticking away.
Metal detector.
I've got a
Right.
metal detector.
Keep that low and slow. Okay, you found
How'd
something
you
there.
work it?
What did you find? It's all right, switched on.
How'd you work it?
It's switched on. You heard, you got a beep, didn't you?
Yeah.
Start
yeah,
Well, that means you got
okay.
something there. What have you got there?
I still want a
I've
metal
got a
detector so
chest.
bad.
Chest.
Oh no, I haven't. Have I? Yes, I have a metal
A
chest.
metal chest. And what have you got inside it?
Oh, a clue. A piece of
Okay.
paper or something.
All right.
09/11/64.
Oh God!
Okay, so what,
No,
is that,
I don't
what,
like
does, what does that
it.
mean?
I've got a safe.
You got a safe.
So
All right, but what,
The signs
what
were
about
there the whole
holes
time,
in the
everybody.
safe?
We just
Perhaps
ignored
you have
them.
to find
We need some
another couple of tumblers or something.
have I got to turn it to 9
Yes,
on the
you got
first
the light
one?
on there. Don't play with that one. Don't switch that one off.
Take it out.
Go. No.
Use the detector.
Use your metal detector.
Oh,
Find
sorry.
another couple of tumblers. Oh, why am I giving you so much help?
Not too quickly. It's in there.
Slow and slow. Low and under 2 minutes left. Low and slow.
Take it slowly. There. Stick.
Yeah,
Well
there
done,
you go.
well done.
Oh, I've got another one.
Now shove it up your ass.
So I want to find
Plug it
another-
in. Plug it in. Plug it in and then find another one. Get it in. That's the girl. Now go find your other one.
Come on, Pamela, you can do it.
Nice and steady.
Steady. Not too quickly.
Oh, I'm getting worried for this
That's
girl.
fine.
Go on.
What's it, a
Come
minute
on,
left?
Pammy. Slower.
There's about a minute left coming up.
How long have I got?
She's got
You're all right, you're all right.
You got a minute left.
Just cover the ground.
I just love knowing that that's like not a real metal detector.
Yeah.
And there's probably just some dude in a room like pressing a button. That's why they're like go slow, because the dude watching this camera like from two different angles needs to figure out where the fuck you are.
Go back to the middle again.
It's a ploy, there's only 2 in there.
No, there's not.
Not too quickly.
Just
Where's the time, Jess?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I can't find it.
Come on, Pam. Come on, Pam.
20.
Come out, Pam.
Don't be wimpish. Don't be wimpish. Keep going.
You've got 10
Oh, I can't. Oh, dear. I can't bear it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that was awful. I hate it when you do that. Never mind, let's play another game.
Okay, we'll do mystery one.
A 3-minute mystery game?
Mystery man. Cool.
Okay.
I just like notice how close
you
everyone's
can all
standing
help
together,
on
and I
this
don't
one.
like it.
All right. This isn't easy.
I need my
Okay,
space.
Paula. Yep. 3 minutes. From the time of
Arm length space.
Clock's ticking. Okay. If you look on the wall, Paulus, you'll see a diagram. Although you shouldn't really need it. It's quite obvious what you have to do here.
Let's make it crystal.
He just has to make that into a whole. Yes.
I'm so good at slide puzzles. You know, there's like a lot of slide puzzle games on Steam. I think you know what kind. I've gotten really good at them. I can solve them like so fucking fast nowadays.
Take it up and take it left.
Yes, it's easy.
Yes.
It's easy for you to stand here offering this advice. Yes, he's doing quite well.
Go on, Paul, you're doing
If you don't know what kind of slide puzzle games I'm talking about, you're such a sweet summer child, and you need to get out of here because you're too pure.
6 tiles, don't you?
The same 4
Do you remember doing this when you were a youngster? You had the little ones. 2 minutes left.
Paul, how much time?
Higher
up the board.
Yes.
Third up.
Work on a bigger plan.
Move the top left.
You're doing very well.
Go on. Middle. That's it.
Up. Move the next one up. You can't reach.
Further up the board.
See what I do is I try and
Three
circle that right the way round.
Yeah.
Take these
Higher
right
up the
down.
board,
That's what I
Paul.
do.
Next one up.
Oh, he's got about
Pull the third.
Higher up the
a minute
board.
long.
Yes.
3 balls up.
Next one. Next one.
And the next one.
Up. Down. Bring the next one
Put
up.
it back.
Down.
Put it.
Up, down. She's a lot of help, this girl. Yes.
Paul, bring the next.
Further up the board, Paul. 3 balls up. Go. Move.
I feel like with these ones, everyone's they just gotta shut up.
What are you doing? Why
How
not?
much time?
Be
Up
quiet.
to about a minute.
Higher up the board, Paul.
Yes.
Go higher.
There's a minute left.
Now bring down again.
A minute left. Paul.
Down.
Always having fun with this one.
Down.
Down, Paul. Nice. Boys, obviously not listening.
Yeah. Okay. And then
All he's doing is moving the same 6 round the record.
Paul, can you hear us?
Down, Paul.
Paul,
Yeah.
can you hear? 3 up, 2 in. Move it down.
3 up, 2 in.
3
away
up,
from you. This
2
one.
in.
No,
3 up, 2 in. Yes.
Right,
Move it
start
down.
working
Yes.
on that.
That's it.
That's it, keep going.
Yeah,
Go work in a circle.
Pull the bottom to a cross.
Yeah, that's it. No, bring it down. Keep going that way. Keep going.
You're gonna have to get him out of
Leave it right to me.
He's
Is
very
it
good.
Keep going.
You Wally. 10, 9,
Yes, you're
8,
out.
7, 6,
Come out. Come on,
5,
Paul.
4, 3, 2, 1. Never mind. That's okay. You've still got 3 crystals. Nobody's been locked in yet, have they? You've played 8 games though. You've still got a lot more games to play, but it's time for us to leave this location and move on to our next adventure, environmental playground. Okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think so. You sure about this?
Fast as you like.
You see, you don't know where I'm going.
Following you.
What if they were just like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this anymore. I want to stay here, actually.
Okay. Oh. Hey. Let's start a rain dance. It's a bit hot in here. Okay, round here. All right, stay there. Come on. Darby and Jones up again. All right, here we are on our third environmental playground. So what are we going to play then, Captain?
We're going to do a physical one.
A physical game on who?
Jim's around.
Oh, this is a great game for you, Jim. You're really going to love this. It's going to be a bit like a busman's holiday for you. It's up here. Now, there are rules, very strict rules. It's a 3-minute game, but you must use the ropes and ladders provided. No other route is acceptable. And make sure you look at the bottom of each of the little cells you come to, because it could be hidden under the straw. Okay? So 3 minutes in the game. Ropes and
I
ladders
still want to
only.
see it. We haven't seen the one
Ropes and ladders only.
where that one lady like fully busted her ass. I want to see it again. Why don't they do that one again?
Ladders provided.
Go across the top, Jim. Have a look.
It's my favorite one. The log with the water.
Now, if you
I love it.
If you climb up and you find there's not a rope on the other side, it's obviously a false route. Go on. This is one of our
I would never be able to do this.
saviors in the event of fire. I thought it was
I gotta climb a rope.
ropes like nobody's business.
Fuck off.
Blimey.
Go on, Jim.
Go for it, Jimmy. Check the bottom.
I would just stand at the door until my time ran out.
Ropes and ladders only. But go, because the time is ticking away.
Come on, Jim.
Where's he gone?
How's he doing?
He's on four. He's in his perfect spot. Square. Oh,
Come on, Jim.
you're halfway!
2 minutes left. Can they make it 4 crystals?
Well, you have to follow the rules, and the rules is you have to climb.
Trumps for them.
But I just like don't want to.
Hey, you're not walking the tops, are you? Oh no, can't have that. Just get on.
See, he's cheating.
Use the ropes and ladders. Ropes and ladders.
He just got yelled at,
1 minute 30.
but in a very polite British way.
The drips in the old glass there.
Come on, Jim.
Very difficult.
Probably in the first one, yeah.
Come on, Jim!
Come on, Jim. Ropes and ladders.
Find anything.
How long's left?
Never mind the walking.
Jim, you still
Come on, Jim.
with us?
Come on, Jim.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Easy, God.
Tell me which ones I haven't been in.
Come on, Jim. Come on.
Well, there aren't many
You're
left.
making very heavy weather of this.
Been in the middle one.
You got a minute left.
Come on, Jim, you haven't got my
1 minute left.
He hasn't been this
I thought he'd be up and down there like nobody's business.
Come on, Jim, keep going.
There's only a couple to go.
This is the pride of the fire service.
See, if Jim did his eye exercises, you would be able to have seen that crystal. And that's why it's so important, the video I showed you at the beginning of the
Come
stream.
on, Jim.
Oh, Jim.
He's getting close,
Duh.
Jim!
Keep going, keep going.
Jim, shouldn't have done my exercises.
Dripping away, slipping away.
Nearly time!
You got to get your way all the way back again too, remember? The same way you went in. Ropes and ladders.
Come on!
Ropes and ladders.
Come on, Jim.
Come on,
You
Jim.
haven't been in that one yet.
You've got time!
The one on your right. The one on your
one,
right.
That one.
That's the only one you haven't
Probably
been
have
in.
them.
Come on, quick!
Jesus Christ, Jim. I think Jim's gonna get locked in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm sorry. You've got one locked in there. Okay, let's just reflect on this. Let's reflect on this. Mark, you're the captain. Just keep it down in there for a minute, will you, Jim? Have a little rest while we reflect here for a second. Mark, Jim's locked in there, poor old Jim.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy him out? You have only 3 crystals at the moment. That's only 15 seconds of time inside the crystal dome. He ain't going to go anywhere. No. Would you like to
Let him rot in
for a
there.
while and get some more crystals in hand before you decide to have them released?
Anyone?
Or do you want to get them released now and hope that you're going to get some...
Should we leave it for a bit, yeah?
Huh?
We'll leave it for a bit.
Leave them there for a while? Okay, well, let's play another game then.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a bit, Jim.
Okay, Jim.
Do a skill one.
A game of skill? Who?
I'll have a go again.
You want to have a go? Okay. Look, this is a 2-minute game.
Bye, Jim.
And it's the 2 minutes starting from the very second I close the door.
Go for it,
A little bit of skill needed here. You see what you have to do there, don't you?
I like this
There's
one.
glass in the front of those tubes.
This one's just fun to watch.
Break the glass. Okay.
It's got a blow.
Yeah, it's got a blow. Okay.
Oh, well tried.
Has he got one?
Yes, well done.
Although I'm the type of person to like inhale
The bucket operates the
and then it'll just be full of little ball bearings, you know.
He's very clever. But you've only got a minute and a half left to do it in. Oh dear. Will he do it?
Blow hard. Yeah, brilliant, you got one.
Oh, I bet he was a real little tearaway when he was a boy. Oh, I don't know.
Done three.
That's sand. Hit the big ones. Go for the big ones, Mark. Go for the biggies.
Yes, really large
again,
ones.
and
Make bigger
again.
holes in
Get
them,
that
Mark.
big one at the
The
top.
sand stop.
Yes, the sand stop.
That's it. Go on, you've got to get some.
You got a minute left. Come on, come on.
Yes, that's we need more like that. There's a good one.
There you go. That's the idea. You put more energy into that, didn't you? No. This is real easy, this one. I don't know what's happening. He's losing a lot of puff down the side of the old pea shooter there, I think.
All through.
The blue
He's
puff.
got bad lungs.
Oh, God.
He's just like,
I'm glad he's not throwing up my Christmas balloons.
How are we doing for time?
Oh, you're doing very badly for time. He's running out of time.
How much time have you got?
10 seconds, it's coming up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whoa, Marcus. You didn't get enough puff there.
I was breaking. This wasn't
Not
coming down.
enough puff. Okay, another game, Mark.
Mark is like, I'm fucking out of shape.
Game. Who's going to play?
That should just made me realize I am out of shape.
A little 2-minute game play. All right, 2 minutes starting from the second I close the door. Now I've got to say one thing. Drop the crystal into the water and you've lost the game. You can get out, but you won't get the crystal. You can drop yourself in the water, but not the crystal. Okay. Here you go.
Yay, hope she falls. I'm sorry, I love seeing people fall, honestly.
Yes, she's made the wall. Yes, she's made the wall. That's pretty good.
Hold on.
Come on, get back on. Get back up. Get back up, girl. That's it. Get yourself
Talk about a soggy bottom. That is a joke for all of you Bake Off fans.
You haven't thrown the game away yet.
You see what I'm doing for you? International jokes.
Minute 30 left. Yes. You can use that ledge. No, you need to be higher than that, dear. Climb up on the ledge. That's the girl. Get yourself up there. Go on.
Go on, Lorraine.
Go on, Lorraine. You're doing well.
Patron of the arts.
Climb up onto the pole.
Yes, climb
What are
on
you
the pole.
doing?
Yeah, climb up there. Climb up onto the ledge there.
A minute left.
Go on, Lorraine. Go on, Lorraine. Another minute.
Go on.
You can do it. You
Oh,
can
not
do
doing
it.
too bad.
Alright.
Onto the ledge. Gotta get up onto the ledge.
Yes, try and get up on the pole, Lorraine.
Push yourself up.
Try and get on the pole, I think, is the only way, isn't it? Get yourself up. That's
See,
the
this is why I
idea.
like seeing people fall on this one. It's hilarious.
Purchase. Are you?
It's turning the wrong way.
Oh, dear.
Lorraine, the pole stops. Climb back on it again. Lorraine. Lorraine, the
I really appreciate her effort, though.
You got 30 seconds, Lorraine. 30 seconds, dear. That's the idea.
That's it, well done.
Go for broke. You got nothing to lose now, have you? Stand up, dear. You got nothing to lose. You can't get any wetter. Is it slippery now? Come on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh dear, 1, 0. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I know I'm a horrible man.
And she's locked in there.
She was in the water more than she was out of the door. And she can stand in the corner and drip dry. Okay, you've lost 2 people. You've got 2 people locked in. You've played 3 zones and you've only won 3 crystals.
She looks so
That's
sad.
only 15 seconds of time in the crystal dome.
Why did they hold on?
At the moment. We got a horrible, but so
Hold on. Why did they do that?
She was in the water more than she was out of the door. And she can stand in the corner and drip dry. Okay, you've lost 2 people. You've got 2 people locked in. You've only
This is the best display of emotion I've ever seen in my entire life. She's just thinking about, like, man, all my family and friends are gonna see it. She's fucking dead inside. She's lost all will to live after that. You fuck. I hope she got, like, you know, some career out of this. She's out there selling, you know, depression meds.
you played 3
Look at she's like, God damn it. I'm gonna have to live with this for the rest of my life.
zones and you've only won 3 crystals. That's only 15 seconds of time in the crystal dome.
She just looks like
It's
she's
not
gonna
worth anything
cry.
at the moment. We got to move on, haven't we? To our next zone, and we're going to win a lot of crystals there, and try and boost the whole total of those crystals up somewhat.
Wow.
You think you can do this? You can lead your team to victory? Yeah, come on in. Let's go. Okay. Come on. Here we go, up the wall. Come on, little old ladies.
Do you think they gave her new clothes?
And small children.
Or she just really had to sit there in a pile of wet shame? That sounded way dirtier than it should have.
We've played 3 zones, haven't we?
Yep.
Okay.
Moving to our
Now, in our first zone, we did quite well, didn't we?
We did.
off to a great start, real
We got off
racy
to a very
start.
good
Oh,
start,
yeah.
but we haven't really improved on that.
We're
since
holding
then.
back for the final.
Are you? Is that what you're doing?
She keeps saying
Final
this.
zone.
What you have is 2 people in the slammer, and you have 3 crystals.
Yeah.
15 seconds of time inside the crystal dome, which isn't going to go anywhere. So you've got to earn some more. You've got to get some
That
more
was really,
crystals.
like, I
It's
can't
absolutely
stop thinking about how she folded.
We will.
I think you
She
will
folded so hard
Right.
trying to get out of
If you'll
there
follow
and then
me.
just
Okay, come on,
dunked
mind
into
your
the
head,
water.
Mind the monitors.
It's amazing.
Down we go. Quickly now. Ah, here we are. Your last zone, future world.
Right.
Okay, let's play some games, shall we?
Let's do a skill game.
A game of skill for whom?
Jane.
Oh, Jane, you're going to like this. It's a 3-minute game. There's the door opened, and in you go, and it's closed, and time's ticking away. You can watch on here. Okay.
Oh god, not this
See that
one.
little moon buggy? You're going to drive that along the track, not over the walls. It's got a magnet on the front. It'll pick up the crystal, and you bring it back. Okay.
Let's see, go on. Right a bit.
Back it up.
Welcome
Back
to
it up.
hell.
Back it up a bit more. Right.
Go on, forward. That's better.
Very
That's
gently.
good.
Right.
Go left.
Now you
Keep
realise
going.
Keep forward
Move it.
and left.
that's the idea.
Slowly. Come on.
3-point turn. No.
Forward.
That's it.
Go on.
Turn
Left.
it left.
You see, there's the crystal.
That's it.
Turn it
That's the
No,
idea.
forward,
Now
forward,
forward.
forwards and left.
Forward.
forward and left.
Now back it up and hard down the other way. That's it. That's the idea.
Forward and left.
That's
Left.
it.
Go on, forward.
Back it up again. There. You're
Good.
doing right. That's right. Now take those wheels
Heavy
around.
left.
Back again.
No, she can
Back
see
it
the
up.
track.
You got
I
two.
never really
Left,
understand why
left,
people
very
coach
gently. Right.
so hard on this
Get in
one.
the other-
It's
there you
like,
go. Straight forward. Whoa. Yes.
Turn it right.
Now hard
Big
round.
right turn. Right.
That's it. Now
Back
back it
again.
up.
I think anyone
Doing
could
very
figure it
well.
out. It's just a matter
Go
of
on,
doing
keep
it.
coming.
Yes,
Forward.
you're getting the hang of it now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Go on, go
Now
on.
straight
Forward.
as you can
Forward.
towards.
Left a fraction.
Yeah,
Left a fraction.
you're going to have to straighten that up.
Forward.
You've got to get that straight on.
Go on then. Forward.
There you go. There you go. There you
Keep
go.
going.
Gently.
Good, yeah,
You got it, I
brilliant.
think.
Back. come back.
Back you go. Back it up. You got a minute and a half left. Yeah, that's it. That's the idea. All the way round the back. That's it.
Keep going.
That's it.
Come on,
That's it.
Jane.
Down you come.
Go on,
Straight
Jane.
down. Straight down.
Go on.
Straight down.
Go on.
Now there's a little hole there. You can get it through.
Yes.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Well done, Jane.
See, it wasn't that hard.
Well done. You started out so badly. I didn't think you were going to get that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know. There you go. Let's play another game, shall we? What are we going to play?
Mental game.
A mental game. You want to play a mental game? Who wants to play this
I'm
mental
mental
game?
player.
Come on, Pamela. Come on.
Pamela, you can do it.
2-minute game. This is all right. 2 minutes.
Go for it, Pam. Go on, go for it, Pam. We can ride you on the monitor.
There it goes.
Go on, go on.
Ticking
Oh, I
away.
love this one too.
Keep going, keep going. Go on, Pam.
I'm reminded of the one guy who saw it and then just turned around. Like, he didn't grab it, he just looked at it and then went back to the door and they were like, do you have it? And he said no.
Go on, Pam.
Come on, head for the door.
Does she know the way up though?
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
Know the way up?
Yes, yes, yes.
Is she there?
That was fast. Oh fuck.
I don't know why they.
She was zooming.
I don't know why they call that a mental game. That's ridiculous. So what is it? What does that mean? 5 crystal. Are things on the up and up? Yeah. Let's play another game. But, you know, let's keep going while we're
Skill
on
game.
this. That's a game of skill. Now, who to play this game of skill? Paul. Paul, come on then. You're gonna make it 6, are you? Okay, it's a 2-minute game, starting from the second I close the door. Go, Paul. Go, Crystal. Door closes. Clock's ticking away.
What the fuck?
No. See what he's got to do. He's got a load of leads. Now, what do you think you have to do, Paul?
I'm not doing any of that shit.
Match the photos.
Match the pictures. The lead to picture. Have you got the right lead? Can you tell me?
Which picture that
Say
is
out
for?
loud.
What is
Why
happening?
Why are you doing that?
What is that for?
What have you got?
Zebra crossing. Ferry crossing.
Yeah.
That looks good. 1 minute 30 left. That's it.
Keep going,
Go on,
Paul.
Paul. What's that one?
No, don't pull it out. That's it.
What is it?
Pull it out.
picture?
Ruin their
It's,
fucking set.
a rat or a
Break
rodent.
shit.
A rat or a
What are
rodent.
your other pictures?
Is it a mouse?
A Jaguar car.
No.
A cricket bat.
A what?
Cricket bat.
No.
What else?
Go on.
What else have you got?
What else?
And some leaves. A
Leaves.
trotting horse.
What?
A trotting horse.
Trotting horse.
What else? Is that it?
Rat race, rat race.
Rat
That
race.
could be.
Could be rat race.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, could be that.
I won't tell if you won't.
What's is there anything?
What else is that?
Yeah, what's yeah, that's I say.
Got a. Come on,
going.
Paul. Hurry
Yeah.
up.
Keep going,
Camel.
keep
You
going.
haven't got long left, Paul.
Oh, they should have got
Welcome
these
to hell.
wires free for
Is
us.
this too British where I don't understand it? What's going
Got a
on?
bit of a problem
Why is
with
that
the
wire
wires.
all tangled up and long?
Yeah. Pull him free.
What have you got, Paul?
Um,
Keep telling us what you've got. We can work it out while you're on.
what picture?
10
What
seconds.
picture? Come on, Paul.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Never mind. You're working along
No.
the right lines, weren't you?
The whole
Let's
British
let's
is
look on the
blown
bright
up.
side. We won how many crystals?
5.
5 crystals, not 10. 5. That means 25 seconds inside the crystal dome. Now the question you have to ask yourself, Captain, is: do you want to buy out the your friends?
Well, it's a
No.
tough decision, but the 4 of us are going to go for it.
Oh, she's still sad.
I think that's a wise decision because you'd lose. 10
I swear to God, I've never
You've got
seen anyone
25
look that
seconds.
sad before
That's
in my
not gonna go
life. Holy
anywhere.
fuck.
Okay. All right then. It's time to leave the zone and head out to the Crystal Dome.
Yo.
They didn't buy them out. Nice.
Come on then. Here we go. To the dome. Well, Mark, how did you do as a captain, do you think?
Well, could have done better.
You could have done. The 2 girls are responsible for 2 of these.
Yeah.
And Paul, you're responsible for the other.
Yes.
And Mark,
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're not responsible for any of these, and we've got 2 people locked in.
All his energy's
It's not looking too good, is it? Okay, now let's see if you can somehow or other salvage the situation here and lead them to victory inside the Crystal Dome.
I feel like this is the first time that they've actually left people in.
You have to go in there and you have to try and collect as many gold.
The first episode, they were like, we got whatever, we got 1 crystal. Who cares?
There. Yep. And any silver ones that go through, well, a gold one gets taken away. If you get over 100, which is highly unlikely, but you know it's not impossible. You never know. Then you're going to get the super duper prizes. If you get between 50 and 100, you're going to get the not so super duper prizes, but they're still rather nice. Better than nothing anyway. And if you get under 50, well, you get a wonderful little token of our esteem, a pat on the back, and you're shown the door. All right. So I'm going to bring up the drawbridge right now. Up it comes. Okay. Open the door. There we go. Now wait for that to drain off a little bit. We don't want you sliding all over the place. Okay. Now go in and grab the rail. All right.
If you break your leg, you can sue, and that's worth more than the prizes.
And when I blow the second whistle, stop collecting. Right, I'm going to close the door.
Little red thing.
You will have 25 seconds from the first whistle. Will you start the fans, please? And we're away. And the clock's ticking. I can see
just open your shirt.
Gone in already. Great deal of difficulty.
Just start grabbing things with your clothes.
Seconds, only 15 seconds left. It's ticking away. 10.
These people are amateurs.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, gang, how did you do? Jimbo, Lorraine, how did they do for you? How did they do by you, we should say?
Sure.
Because after
they gave her new clothes.
They could have brought you out, couldn't they? I begged, I pleaded with them, but they said no, no, no. They were selfish. They said we want more gold credits. They said, and I thought, well, if they're doing it for you as well. But did they get enough gold credits for you? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. Well, we have counted them, and you got 41 gold. That's not bad. When you got 17 silver, which gives you a total of 24 gold. It doesn't buy you anything. But it does give you this rather beautiful little crystal. I'll just show it here.
It is pretty.
It's a little crystal that says, I cracked the crystal maze.
I want
1990. And Captain Mark, what a wonderful captain you were. You led your team from victory to victory. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for leading us.
Thank you. Pleasure. Well, that's it for this week. They're off back to the real world. They're going to impress their friends in the high street with those crystals that they've won. And I've got to go and tuck Mumsy in and do a few jobs around here in the Crystal Maze, sweep up, etc. But I'll be back again next week, and in the meantime, you look after yourselves. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye. If he made me tea, I would drink it. If he poisoned the tea, I'd be willing to take the risk, you know? I'm sad they didn't do the ball thing, though. I really wanted that. Sick theme song, though. Nobody's ever had to pay $250,000 for anything. I refuse to believe that that's ever happened.
Hi, I'm Chef Randall, inventor of the turbo cooker and the steam frying system.
Hi, Randall.
Today we're going to show you how to use your new Turbo Cooker Plus. And here to do that is America's favorite cook, Kathy Mitchell.
Well, thank you, Chef Randall.
Kathy, you're welcome.
Listen, before we get into anything, I have something to say about Randall's choice of eyewear, okay? Now, I know that many of you will go and get, some glasses, and you're like, I gotta save some money. So you're like, hey, glasses man seller, will you tell me what glasses you'll sell me that is covered by my insurance? And then you see those kind of glasses, and it's like the same 6 pairs, right? Don't do that. Just don't get them. They're not very fashionable. They don't look good on literally anybody. Just spend the extra like $100 to get ones that like look a little bit nicer. You'll be wearing them for a couple years anyway, because I know you're not going every single year to update your glasses. So just go and just be like, I'm gonna invest a couple $100 in these. I'm gonna make sure they look good on me. Please don't go for the insurance only glasses. I beg of you. Okay? If you have these glasses right now, go make an appointment at your local eye doctor and commit to buying some new glasses. It will make you look younger and cooler. Okay? Just a little fashion advice. Believe me. Like I said, I'm doing my best to improve you, slightly. I'm trying to help you guys here. I appreciate that you come here all the time, and I just want to do good for you, okay? I'm sure he's a wonderful man, but those glasses are fucking ugly. They're not doing him any favors at all.
You're welcome. This is your kitchen. I'm going to let you get to it.
Okay. Well, if you're watching this video,
well, see, and he's
you're
gone.
a proud owner of a brand new Turbo Cooker Plus. So let me show you what you got in the package. First of all, you got 35 great turbo cooker recipes, and these will take you through breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But I wish I did.
And get you turbo cooking in no time. Now, you'll find on these recipes all the ingredients you need. So let's take a look at that turbo cooker valve and see what we're talking about. On the top of your lid, you're going to find this valve. It looks like
everybody
a light
loves
switch.
Kathy. Look at those nails.
And one's marked closed. Now, I mentioned
nice
that all the
color.
recipes use timing. And one of the pluses on the Turbo Cooker Plus is this great timer. What you're going to use this for is if the recipe says you need 3 minutes before you turn the food over, all you have to do to set your minutes is 1, 2, 3 on the minute set, and when you hit start, you've got 3 minutes. Now remember, you're always going to want to take off the timer before you wash that lid or put it in the dishwasher. Now inside, you're going to find
girls with
these
red
2
nails
racks.
are hot bitches.
These we call stack racks because they have little clips that allow you to lock them together so that it makes them easier to move the foods in and out of your turbo cooker. Now all of the recipes will tell you whether you've got foods on one rack or both racks, and when you lock them together just as easily as that, then you can lift them up and move them in and out. And we're going to show you a lot more about that later. Now inside the turbo cooker you'll find a great DuPont non-stick surface, and the only thing you need to remember is you won't use metal utensils in here. You can use your wooden spoons, your plastic spoons, or any of your great nylon utensils. And as a matter
honestly,
of fact, we have a great set of nylon utensils.
This is my biggest pet peeve in life. When people have these fucking Teflon coated
recipes things
and they use metal. You using an actual fork to like mix things in there? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Do you want to eat the Teflon? Because that's what you're doing every single time. Stop it.
Little disposable aluminum or metal pie pans and cake pans, because then I can just toss them when I'm done. You can use ceramics. You'll also find it handy to have a 6-cup muffin pan like this. A lot of the recipes use this when you're baking cupcakes or muffins in your turbo cooker. Now inside the pan,
there's probably
great springform
5 pounds
pan.
of Teflon in your stomach.
Before. Let me show you quickly how to
if you go and you look at your pan and it's all scratched up, it's inside of you. It's not going anywhere. It's inside of you.
Right away, so your food is left sitting on there. It makes it easy to get foods out of it. To put it back together, all you do is set it on a flat surface and lock that back on, and that locks your base right back in it. Now,
You're like,
Before
why
we start
can't I
cooking,
lose these
let me
last
show you a
5
little
pounds?
test
Because
you
there's
can
just
do
a
to
fucking
determine how
metal
your
lump
stove
of
compares
coal
to the
inside
stoves
of
we
your
use
body
to develop the
that
turbo
will
cooker
never
recipes.
leave. It's
Take
stuck in
1
there.
cup of water, just cold from the tap, and put it into a cold turbo cooker. Set your stove to high heat, and using the count up feature of your timer, see how long it takes that water to come to a boil. If it takes 2.5 minutes, your stove is exactly the same as our stoves, and you can follow the timings exactly as they are on the recipes. If it takes 3 minutes, then you know immediately you're going to need to add a little extra time to the recipes in order for them to get done on your stove. On the other hand, if your stove boils water in 2 minutes, then you're going to need to find what setting to put your stove on so that it takes 2.5 minutes for the water
I'm
to come
lost.
to the boil.
It's
It might
already
be
too
medium or
complicated,
medium
Kathy.
high. But once
Kathy,
you
I
determine
miss
that,
when
it'll make
things
it
were
much
simple.
easier for you to use those turbo cooker recipes.
This is complicated.
Okay, I'm going to clear off this stuff and we'll get started cooking. Okay, we're going to start with one of my favorite recipes from the show, pork tenderloins with sweet potatoes, green beans, and baked apples. So what I'm going to do first, I've got some sweet potatoes here. I'm just going to put them in the pan.
Okay.
And I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Now, this is a recipe that you don't have a card for. This is one of the recipes that I've used the quick cooking guide to help me figure out how to do it. Potatoes are going to take about 21 minutes. So the meat only takes 14. Means I need to give
So I gotta buy 3 of these pans?
So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on to high heat. And I'm going to go ahead and put the apples in. All I've done for these apples is
it's
I
all
cut
in
them in
one.
half.
Oh,
Cut a little
Kathy.
slice off the bottom too, so they sit flat on the rack, and filled them with
It's kind of hot, Kathy.
dried cranberries. They're just delicious, and they go really good with the pork. So we're going to go ahead and put the lid on there. The valve in the
I still gotta get
position,
2 then,
and we're going to start
right?
that off with
Because
7 minutes.
I can't bake apples in the one with the meat. That probably
Now,
won't
let's go
taste
ahead
so
and get
good.
the rest of the stuff ready, so when the timer goes, we're ready to add it. I've got some pork tenderloin here, and I'm going to use a little seasoning in it. Now, a lot of times in the recipes, you'll see a reference to Chef Randall's Choices. What these are is great single-serving
Why do I care
seasoning
about Chef
packets
Randall? He
that
fucking left.
Allow you to season
He
your
doesn't give a
meats
shit about
just
me.
perfectly
He
without
didn't
having
even
to
wanna
go out
be
and buy
here.
lots of different spices. Chef Randall has mixed all the spices perfectly, and there's lots of different flavors. There's a taste of Italy and so on. What I'm using in this pork tenderloin is the vegetable and poultry seasoning, but remember, you can use it on anything. It's great on the pork. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir that around and let it kind of marinate for a few minutes while those potatoes start cooking. Now on this rack, I've got my frozen green beans with some almonds seasoned with a little salt and pepper.
Beans. I do not.
In the cooking guide,
I do
12
not
minutes.
understand
The meat needs
the
14
almonds.
minutes, but you know this isn't
I
rocket
don't know why
science,
people
and
do
you know that
it.
They're going to both.
I
cook
don't
in
need
about
it
the same amount
there.
of time that
It
way.
doesn't add
So those will go in
anything.
just a few minutes. While that's getting started, let's show you that coffee cake I promised you over here.
You promised me a coffee cake?
Okay, I've
When?
got 2 cups of reduced fat Bisquick.
She
in the
can't.
bowl, and now
She
I'm
can't
going to add the
resist.
liquid,
She
1
can't resist
cup
making a
of
fucking
orange
dump cake.
soda.
She
I'm
can't.
using
The
diet
fucking
orange soda,
soda
so it's
cake
not
every
gonna add
time.
any extra calories
This
to that
woman,
coffee cake.
she's got a
You know,
problem.
you're going to find when
She's
you
addicted.
use soda in your baking, it really makes your baked goods high and light. We're going to add an egg and give that a little bit of a stir here. All right, so you don't want to overstir Bisquick. You just want to get those lumps out. And I
This is a
prepared my
coffee cake,
springform
and it's
pan
gonna
with a little bit of
taste
nonstick
like
spray
orange
so that this
soda?
doesn't stick to it.
I don't
There
know,
we go, got a
Kathy.
nice smooth batter. And we're just going to go ahead and put it right into that pan. So just spread that in the bottom.
I love her. She's a
And I've
fucking
got some
maniac.
pecans.
Pecans?
Sprinkle those on there. I love pecans. And a little bit of brown sugar,
Ma'am.
just right on the top. Okay, now for my cooking medium, I'm going to use the rest of that can of soda. So we're just going to go ahead and pour it right into the bottom of the pan.
What?
And we're going to make a little hot fruit sauce. So what I've got here are some peaches that I've drained most of the liquid out of, and some mandarin oranges. And to help that kind of thicken up, I'm going to add just a little brown sugar that's left over right into there.
Just a little bit.
Now we'll place the rack right on there. Set the cake on top.
I love her.
And that's going to take about 15 minutes to bake on high heat with the valve open. That open will help that liquid to boil away to make my sauce nice and thick, and it also kind of helps the cake to rise. Oh, now one thing I wanted to mention while we're talking about baked goods. A lot of times when you're baking, like the cheesecake recipe, for instance, through the baking, it'll tell you to add more water to the pan to keep the steam going. So anytime you're asked to add more water, just remember to add it to the pan, not to the cake, because one lady did that and wondered why her cake was very, very moist. All right, 15 minutes on that.
Who is she? I need to talk to her.
We should just
I need
about
to
be ready
verify
here
this
on
story.
on our sweet potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Okay.
What about the
Now
meat?
take a look.
You just seasoned the meat and left it.
See, the apples are
When are
starting
you gonna cook it?
to get tender, but they've still got another 15 minutes to go. I'm going to go ahead and lift the rack out. You notice how I'm doing this? I've got a little kitchen fork, and it just slips right under those wire racks and lifts it right out. And I can see the potatoes are getting tender, but they're not quite done yet. Now, I probably have a little bit more water in there than I would like to have, but that's going to continue to boil away. So we're going to go ahead and add the meat to it right now. So I've got my pork tenderloin here.
You're gonna
those seasonings on it.
the
Go
meat
ahead and
in
put
the
that
apples.
right in the center here. Push those potatoes off to the side. And I'm going to add just a little bit of brown sugar on top of those potatoes.
Kathy,
They give it
someone needs to
such a
take the
nice
brown sugar
flavor.
away from you.
And I find that when I add the brown sugar, I don't have to add any butter. And when you can eat potatoes without butter, it saves you a lot of calories.
You're
Okay.
putting in
Now,
brown
because I have a little
sugar,
bit more liquid
Kathy.
than I'd like to have. I'm going to.
I don't think you're concerned about calories at all.
Minutes of cooking here, so I'm going to put my green beans on, and we'll put those apples back on. I'm going to go ahead and lock those racks together, just like this. Give it a little spin. Put the lid on. Now I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to leave the valve open for a few minutes to kind of see if we can't get rid of some of that liquid. I don't want to boil the meat. You want to fry the meat, and we're going to go ahead and give that 7 minutes. And then I'm going to turn it over, and then we'll cook it for the last 7 minutes. Okay. So while we wait for that to cook, we'll take a little break here. Okay. There's the timer on our pork. Let's see how we're doing here. I kept my eye on it while it was cooking, and there was plenty of liquid in there, so I didn't add any more. If I'd found the liquid was getting low, I would have closed the valve. Now we're going to just go ahead and lift off those apples and those green beans, and you're going to love the way these racks lock together. It makes it so much easier to move them around. Now here's our pork, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip it over. Look at the beautiful brownness we're getting on there, and remember there's no oil in there, so you're cooking without any fats or oils. Those potatoes are just about done. This is going to be perfect. 7 minutes is going to be just perfect for this. I'm going to go ahead and put the racks back on now, and we'll give it that last 7 minutes, and then we'll be ready for dinner.
I want to eat dinner at Kathy's house.
Okay, the coffee cake is done. I'm going to just turn that off and shut off the power there. And this guy's like 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and shut it off. All right, take a look.
Wouldn't everything just
those
taste the
apples.
same?
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the apples off first. I'm just going to set those out of the way. Those are for dessert. There's our green beans. There's a little fork hole right in the side of that rack. Allows you to slip your fork in and get it off. And here's our sweet potatoes and our pork tenderloin. And if you can see, it's just perfect. There's just a little bit of a light glaze left in there. So let's slice into that tenderloin and see how we did. Oh, look at the color on that. Now this will feed a family of 3, 4, 2 at my house maybe. Oh, look at that tenderloin. Isn't that beautiful and juicy? Just the slightest hint of pink, which is okay on pork now. Oh, that looks so good. And some sweet potato.
Sorry, I'm gonna need that
such a beautiful thick glaze on it. Look at those. And some green beans. I love the way the vegetables come out cooked in here. Keep their color. And I suppose we could add an apple to that. There's our dinner. What do you think?
I don't like it.
Let's check that coffee cake.
Sorry, Kathy, but I don't like it very much.
Ah, look at that.
What is that?
Just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and set that right on a plate. And then you'll see when we take off the springform pan, it's a little warm.
Why would you just
touch that? Moves?
Put gloves on!
And I'm going to go ahead and cut that. You'd normally want to let it sit for just a couple of minutes to kind of solidify. Sometimes you just don't have a couple of minutes. You're hungry now. Oh, yeah. See the beautiful orange color? And I've said I've done this with strawberry soda, too. It's really good. And that cooked in just 15 minutes with no watching. It's just a great, fast breakfast if you like sweet stuff for breakfast. You can add a little bit of that hot fruit glaze to it.
Breakfast?
Your family's going to love this.
Is she still alive? How could she possibly still be alive?
Okay, I've got a couple of chicken dishes I want to show you. We're going to start with one I made on the show. We call it Bavarian chicken. Now, what I've got in the pan right now is a little bit of cabbage, and I'm sautéing it in just a little bit of water. I never use oil in any of my recipes, and you won't miss it, believe me. So after your cabbage is sautéed, what I'm going to make is one of these packaged noodle mixes. And the recipe,
she's so proud.
Just like it
She's
calls
so proud that there's no oil, but she's like,
2 cups
just put like
of water.
3 cups of brown sugar.
I'm going to
It's
leave out
fine.
is that tablespoon of
It's
butter
healthier.
or margarine. You really don't need it. So we're going to go ahead and add that in. Now, I've added the cabbage as my own little special touch because I feel like if you can get vegetables in your kids any way possible, go for it. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and start this. It calls for 7 minutes of cooking time. So I'm going to get it started in the turbo cooker, and then I'm going to transfer it to this other pan and let it continue cooking while I fry my chicken in the bottom. That way I've got my meat, my vegetable, my side dish all in one pan, so I'm only dirtying one pan up. So here's how you do the chicken. I've got just a chicken breast here, and what you want to do is take, if you've got a hammer, works great. If you don't, the side of a saucer works fine. What you want to do is flatten it out a little bit, just like this. And once you get it flattened out, just do both sides, just like so.
Why won't she say beat the meat?
This will cook faster.
Just say it, Kathy. We all want to hear.
Going to drip it in a little bit of flour. Now what I've got here, this is the Bavarian part. I've got a little bit of beaten egg with a couple of tablespoons of mustard. So we've dipped the chicken in flour.
What does that have
We're going
to
to dredge
do?
it in that egg mix. And
You know
then
what?
what
I
I've got
trust her.
in here are some crushed up pretzels. This is a good way to use up the last of the bag.
Crushed
And
up
all that's left is crumbs. So we're going to go ahead and roll that chicken in there. And what this is going to do is going to give me a beautiful crispy texture on that chicken without frying. And it looks good even before you hardly start cooking it. So I've gone ahead and dipped those. Now let me give this a little bit of a stir here.
I want to
Actually, I'm
make
going to give it just a
these,
couple
but
more
I don't have
seconds.
the
What I've
pan,
got
so I
over here, if we
can't.
can just move over here for a second, is I've got some chicken and onions sautéing in the pan. And it's gone dry, but that's good because what happens when your pan dries out a little bit is you see that's where you get the beautiful brownness in your chicken and your onions without adding any oil. So I was keeping an eye on it and I could hear that sizzle telling me that I was losing my moisture, so I just added a little bit more water. I keep saying, and people joke with me that cooking is not rocket science, and it really isn't. But you just got to kind of watch it, and don't think you've burned it. We've got a beautiful brownness. So I'm going to go ahead and let that go a couple more seconds, and this looks like
Cooking
it's
is
just
not
about ready
rocket science,
to transfer
but like
in
if you
to this
have
other
like an
container.
iron stomach
this
and
is
you're
gonna
willing to
finish
eat
cooking
fucking
while
anything, it
while
really
we cook
doesn't
that
matter
chicken.
what you
So
do.
we're going to go ahead and just pour it right out into the bowl. And here you see
Why?
I'm using the bowl I'm going to serve it in, so I'm not dirtying up any extra
What?
dishes.
I don't think
This
that's
is where
done.
you'll find those spatulas that
Kathy.
we sell come in really handy. They've got little points on them that help you get in all the little corners. Now, rather than stop and wash that pan, I'm just going to go ahead and take a little paper towel. We can add just a little bit of liquid to it to kind of swish out any residue that's in there. And while I'm doing this is a good chance for me to talk about one of my favorite little helpful hints. A lot of the recipes call for browning ground beef and draining off the fat. And I'll tell you the easiest way to get the fat off of ground beef is after it's browned
Drink it.
up, just drop a little paper towel in there, push it around with a
Just put it-
spatula.
just
and
put a
that
little
paper towel
straw
will
in
soak
there
up all
and
that
take a
excess
sip.
grease, so you don't have to transfer it into a colander to get rid of that extra fat. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and put our chicken breasts in there. The pan's on a high heat. And I'm going to drop those right in the pan. Now, because we're frying with water and not oil, I'm going to go ahead and add my water right now. But I'll tell you a little secret here. You don't want to just dump it into the middle of the chicken. You want to kind of drizzle it around the edges for a couple of reasons. You're not rinsing off any of that excess, any of that breading. Just keeps it right around the sides. Now, you don't want to
Delicious.
put all
Soggy
your water in at the
pretzels
same time.
and
Over the
chicken.
course of cooking, this is going to use probably close to 3/4 of a cup of water to fry. But if I add it just a little at a time, it doesn't get the chicken like it's boiling. It gives me that fried texture. So that's going to keep my steam going. On my rack here, I've got some carrots. I've got the stack rack on there, and I'm going to add our side dish. Cover that up. And I'm going to add a little bit more water in 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give this just 3 minutes to start. And then I'm just going to come back. I don't have to lift out the rack. I'll just take off the lid and add a little water around the edges. But 3 minutes at a time, that'll keep that breading nice and crisp. Now we'll get back over here to our chicken. I guess I didn't tell you what I was making over here. I'm making chicken and dumplings. So what I've done
Why is
is
she
I've
making so much
sauteed
chicken?
the onions and the chicken. And can you see the beautiful brownness I've got without a drop of oil? You know, so many of us that cook think you have to have oil all the time to get your food brown, and you really don't. You can get a beautiful brownness using just water, but let the pan dry out just a little bit, then that caramelizing can begin. Okay, so now what I'm going to add
Listen,
to
I'll
that
admit, this is
is
not
2
one
cans
of Kathy's shining
reduced
moments,
fat
but
cream of chicken soup that I've
she's
whisked
really
up
good
with a
at
little bit of
making
hot water.
cakes.
Enough hot water to
I
give
gotta
me
tell
4
you,
cups.
she's